zdrowie. So I bought some new art liners today and a new sketchbook with 100 blank pages, so I can finish the books, the children's books I'm writing. I only have to make the drawing, so that's what I'm doing. Mam na imię Ninkę. Jestem z Holandii, ale mieszkam w Polsce, w Krakowie, bo kocham Polskę. So, as a kid, I already knew I don't belong in this country. Why was I born in this small country on this huge planet? Why this country? So I already experienced that I was different than the other kids, and that I had bigger dreams, and back then when I was a kid I already didn't really enjoy the playing with other kids or the talking with other kids, because in my mind I was at a different place. So that's why as a teenager I was also in my mind a lot with traveling, and if I could have traveled back then I would have done it like immediately after high school. I did some trips, but yeah. So the thing is that I was not in the right country, even though I am Dutch. I was born there, I lived there for almost 30 years. I felt like I'm not at home, and I didn't know what it was. I just had a huge love in my heart, and I just shared it like freely, but no one was able like really receiving it or like on the same level as I was, and I felt a lot misunderstood, and just not at place. And even though my family, like I have a really loving family, there's nothing wrong with my family, but again, I had such different dreams and thoughts about life than they had. And even in my relationship later that I had, I was like outgrowing it like so fast, and he couldn't receive the love that I had, and he couldn't see what I was seeing with my visions and stuff. He had a completely different image of me than the person that I was, and I was like, you're not even matching what I see and know about myself. And so my worthiness was so low that I had a wake-up call, and then during the pandemic I found myself. I knew what I wanted, and it was clear to me I have to leave the Netherlands, and I didn't know where to go, and that's how I was being guided to Poland. And I will link the video down below how it all went, but I didn't plan to come here, and I didn't know anything about Poland, but I came here, and I've been here now for a year, and it blows my mind. It gets clearer and clearer why I feel so at home here, and why I love Poland so much, and why I feel more Polish than Dutch right now. So, back in the Netherlands, I loved to write personal messages for people. It didn't matter like if it was birthdays, if it was like Christmas or something, and sometimes I just randomly, like out of the blue, sent cards or messages to people to just celebrate who they were and for being in my life. And I always made sure that there was not a single message the same as for, I really made personal messages. Also, when I was helping my mom with the Christmas cards, I always made sure not any one of them was the same. So I made those personal messages, and I never got those personal messages back. So You always get like a postcard in the Netherlands and then just with love and then the names or something like that. Sometimes people made personal birthday cards, but not as special as I always made them. And also, since I shared so much love, I was kind of disappointed like a lot when I had my friendships or something that it didn't go as deep as I went, so it was not at the same level, and I really didn't enjoy like the small talk. So every time I was with people that were just not at the same wavelength as me, and they just had like the normal talks or like things that didn't really matter. Like I was like, I want deep conversations. Oh, I was so longing for deep conversations and I didn't have them. It's a sign that the first time I came to Poland, and I came with my Polish family, that it was the first time that I talked about unconditional love, that I talked about the importance of joy of kids, and that I experienced like the enormous love there is for kids and how we care about all of them. And I already had it in the Netherlands, like even when I was a teenager I was like really socializing with kids a lot, and that just went on, and because they felt like my treasures as well, like every kid was also my treasure, and I just want to make sure to at least give a smile and play and something. And now in the Netherlands they thought that it was weird but here in Poland it's so, yeah, it's normal. Then with dinners, with eating, I love to take my time to just eat slowly, and when I'm with people, like really looking at each other and having conversations and listening, and so it just is. I also love to take things slow. I like the slower pace, and yeah, really enjoying the moments, like really life, and also having that deeper faith that there's something more than humans. And in the Netherlands it was just almost like not a thing you talked about, and here I just feel that trust and faith that we are like guided and supported and loved. Yeah, so those are a lot of things that resonate with me a lot. Yeah, and just the rich nature, the rich cities, like they're just, it is even magical. Like maybe it's not a good word, but when you compare it with the mindset in the Netherlands and the kind of vibes that are in the Netherlands, I think it really is. Poland is a magical country, and because it is so different, and because it's, yeah, it's so beautiful and strong because of all the things that happened in the past. It's just, Poland has a lot of layers, just like me. And I just want to explore all the layers as I did with myself, and I also want to do that with Poland, and then blend the layers together. So when I experience a layer of myself that I didn't experience before so consciously, it always goes together with that I realize also something more about Poland, or I feel a deeper love for the country or for the people. It always goes hand in hand. And yeah, this first year in Poland really got me so much peace. Like I told you before, I have so much peace in my heart, in my mind, in my soul right now. It's like that feeling of being home. And even though I don't have a house here yet or something, and I still have my address in the Netherlands, there comes a moment when it's like fully ready that I have my place here and I really live in Poland. Because I already know I cannot go back to the Netherlands anymore. So that's why also when I began my travel journey, I left Poland after 6 weeks. I also have a lot of videos about that. And that was way too soon because I felt so unhappy in America, in the USA, that I came back. And now I have so much peace because I know I am home. I also know like I can travel now with a lot of peace in my mind. Not that I want to get to as many countries as possible in as less time as possible, but I really take my time to just be here at home and then take inspired travel trips to countries nearby, cities, all through Poland, and like really experience from this new level, this new layer of living, of being a Polish girl, and seeing the world through these new eyes. And this is just the beginning. I will make a lot more videos about this, but I really wanted to share this with you, and I really want to know what you think. So if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Let's just discover and enjoy Poland and more of the world, and let's just enjoy being home. Also a lot of lessons I will share, and growth and happiness and just everything. So thank you so much. Bardzo dziękuję i kocham was. Pa.